right now.
Okay, so we're here by the Whispering Creek, and it's 5 a.m. and we just got up, and Armand is all wet because it was raining on Armand. I'm very tired. How do you feel?
The same.
Armand is energized and ready to search for the yellow backer. Okay, so it's around 5:35. It's like raining moderately. And we're trying to get out of here. And together, Armand and I are cheering Sergey on and doing nothing else of value.
I think when we were inside the tent, it wasn't too bad. But then some of our stuff got wet and Armand got wet.
Okay, so it's 6 a.m. and we're heading out now. We're on pace with our plan. Yeah, that's pretty sad. Armand, how do you feel?
I'm surprised there's this many people at the campsite when it's raining.
Fools. So we saw this Omega, and then Armand said it's traffic resistance, and I thought it was really funny. Wow, look at the beautiful sunrise. And look at the beautiful Armand.
Can you take a photo?
Yes, sir.
Of Armand. The Joshua trees or something.
We're in Joshua Tree again, Sergey says.
In the Mojave Desert, which has a lot of Joshua trees.
We're in the Mojave Desert, Sergey says. Sergey's blown away by these mountains. Okay, so Sergey's getting really excited because he thinks he sees Mount Whitney. I don't know why we're getting excited about it, but Sergey, tell us about Mount Whitney.
It's the tallest peak in California. It's the tallest peak in the lower 48.
There are like donkeys.
I've heard of donkeys before.
Sergey's heard of donkeys before, but he didn't know.
I've heard of them here.
It looks so cute.
Okay, so we're here in Death Valley, and there's like sand blowing, and we can't see anything. Not really sure what to say, Sergey. What do you think?
Yeah, I hope we're able to get out the car and not suffocate in the sand.
Okay, well, it's really windy, and like it's hard to see because the wind is like so strong. The sand is like everywhere, and like Armand has a pretty interesting method.
I was expecting it to be like the photos where it was like super clear and like what Armand told about, where like you could walk up and like it would be very nice. But it turned out there was like a full-on sandstorm.
Oh, it was super sandy. Yeah, I got a lot of sand in my mouth. It's much better when it's not sandy. It's kind of sad because I remembered it being so good.
Yeah, but I mean, these are indeed sand dunes. What do you think causes this pattern, Armand?
That's a good question.
It's a bunch of differential equations. Differential equations. Whatever you say. Okay, so we just left Mesquite Dunes, and it was quite windy and quite difficult to see, and there's sand in your mouth, and apparently when Armand went there, Armand, you should say it.
Yeah, it was like sunny, no wind, no sand moving around. It was like really good.
And now Sergey's here, and now everything is just worse.
Yeah, that's my fault.
Yeah.
I've disappointed you once again.
So we're on our way to Badwater Basin. Hopefully there will be no sand.
But there might be bad water.
There might be bad water.
The gas prices got progressively more outrageous the further south we went. 75.
$8.75 per gallon.
It's a $9.99. Wait, they don't even have enough digits on the. That's probably why they put at $9.99.
Desert, and then you look over, and it's just a resort with tons of what's this thing called? Palm tree. So many palm trees. It's like Stanford.
It's like a gym.
Yeah. Actually doesn't look that nice, to be honest. There's just a bunch of trees. Okay, we're here at Badwater Basin. We're observing sea level sign. I can't see it at all, but it's up there. And the parking lot seems pretty... Well, I mean,
Not
there's...
full.
Yeah, it's actually not that full. But there are a lot of people here, and I wish Armand... Well, I guess Armand is here. And I'm kind of tired. How do you... There's water!
Oh, there is actual water. No way.
That's pretty good.
Dang.
Oh my god, there's water. Let's go. Okay, so we just got off, and that sign says sea level. And Armand is gonna explain what that means.
It means that's sea level, and that we're like below it. So that means we're like really
Drowning.
low. We're really low.
We're drowning. Okay, so we're here at Badwater Basin, and that's Armand. And there's like water here, and it looks pretty red. It reminds me of that thing at Lasso.
That's hell.
Yeah. Armand, you've been to Yellowstone, haven't you?
Mm-hmm.
Is there anywhere in the world you haven't been?
Yes, many places.
Okay. Okay, so there's water in the Badwater Basin. What do you think about this water?
Yeah, it's interesting. I wasn't here when I came.
How would you describe this bad water in the Badwater Basin?
It's probably very salty.
Well, how about another word?
It's probably bad.
Good job. It's good. Okay, so we're here on the basin of the Badwater Basin. And I don't see any water, but it's a basin. And it's the lowest point in the US. Maybe?
Yeah, probably.
Probably.
Yeah, I think so.
How does it feel, Sergey?
It's very low.
And the ground is like sand. It's like salt and rock or something. We're stopping to identify flowers. And by we, I mean Sergey. I'll help you out, Sergey.
Oh, I thought you were gonna stay in the car.
I am.
Oh, okay.
Armand, you can go. So we're here on Artists Drive. And the road is winding. And Artists Drive. Sergey thinks we're on Mars.
Yeah, aren't we?
Sergey took his pills earlier than usual today.
Yeah. Or I haven't taken my shots for 2 weeks, so
He's been missing out on his dose.
yeah.
Okay, the rocks were like pretty pink, and then now they're gone. But at least Sergey's still here.
I didn't get blown away by the wind.
That looks pretty pink.
Artist Drive, not that interesting. I don't know, it was kind of cool, like the colors, but it was not that cool. I remembered it being much cooler, but now that we went, it was not that. It was pretty lame. Or maybe it was because it was like super windy and like I was almost lifting off the ground.
Find yourself. See how it is.
Okay, the Annihilator, it maps, it's a set of dual vectors that map U to 0. The Annihilator is a subspace because I said so. Okay, so this is the palette. Sergey was commenting on the chemical composition of the rocks here. So we're reading linear algebra done right. By we, I mean I. And then there's a page number that's approximately 100 root 2. Isn't that cool? Sergey, what do you think?
Yeah, I think that's really fun.
Armand, what do you think?
Yeah, I think it's super cool.
If you had to give a message to Axler, what would you say?
Your book is really cool. It changed how I view a lot of math, and it helped me out a lot of classes. And I also like your cat.
Okay, so it's 12:20 some, and we just got to our campsite, and then basically we were kind of freaked out because like, oh my god, it's first come first serve. So there was like a pay booth, and we were confused on how to use it, and then we were like, okay, 2 nights, and then I could tell would give us a campsite, like a number or something, and then they just printed a receipt. So like you're supposed to find your own campsite, and then all the campsites like by the entrance were totally filled. And then we just drove a bit further and we found campsites. So it was okay, right, Sergey?
Yeah. We couldn't. We were either too tired or too incapable to roll up the tent and the tent fly, so we just crammed it all in the back. And then it was wet, so everything else in the trunk got wet.
Okay, so here we are. Sergey will say the name of the place in an interesting accent, please. Yes, the Zabriskie Point. Sergey's really impressed. I'm also impressed. Are you impressed?
Yeah, it was cool. Like all the hills were cool. The shapes. Yeah, it was cool. That was actually pretty cool.
Okay, so we're here at Dante's Point, and Armand is an expert on Dante's Inferno, right?
Oh, I do like that book, but I'm not an expert.
I mean, Dante's Point is pretty lame,
Yeah.
because we couldn't see anything. Usually I think, like, vista points are not that great, but this was... Well, actually you can see. It's really cold. Oh, it's so cold.
Dante's Point was like kind of a letdown because we went all the way up and then it was just a bunch of sand everywhere.
Okay, so we just finished up at Dante's Inferno something, and now we're here at, what is it?
20 Mule Team Canyon Road or something.
Yeah, 20 Mule Team.
Might be hard to.
The 20 Mule Team Canyon Road. Maybe you should look for another place. Well, if you're confident, it's fine. But then Sergey's worried that it's like 4-wheel drive only, and there was a sign that said "Stay out, stay alive" or something. So like, we're just gonna go back. And also the name is dumb, so. Okay, so we're here at the ranch in Death Valley or whatever. And I just want to ask Sergey, what's the thing they lack most in the desert?
Water, usually.
Okay, no, what's that?
Water.
It's literally a fountain of water. Two cavemen see the civilization for the first time. That's how it feels. Okay, so we just bought firewood, and the sales tax here is only 7.75%, which is crazy. And then Armand was like, yeah, I don't know what the sales tax is in Palo Alto, since like Stanford is like a separate world, you know? Like they don't have, there's no concept of money there actually.
Yeah, when we were putting together this tent, like that small like bar, like split in half, like splintered.
So the rice is slightly undercooked, but we don't really care. Okay, so the tent thing, it just snapped. What? So this is like a square, or this is originally like a symmetrical, but now it's like definitely not. And like we're probably evacuating to this car now, but I think everything is okay and under control,
Yeah.
right, Sergey?
I think so.
And also the stars are like really, really bright. Like you can actually see like way more than you can normally. And of course the camera sees nothing. Okay, so we just had a long talk, and Armand will tell us about it.
I guess the current plan is that tomorrow we will wake up at 6, I guess, and then bird for like 3 hours until 11 p.m. I mean 11 a.m. I meant 11
You're
a.m.
describing my perfect day.
Sorry, I meant 11 a.m. Yeah,
When you say you go for 3 hours, but you actually get back at 11 p.m.
yeah, and then like and then we're just gonna go back home because and probably reach home by 8 p.m. because our tent broke.